Not that I think that that'll be an issue this game unless Tide goes Dominator or something, but the hero got some buffs.
That one was interesting because the trade-off for that was he lost his Maledict AoE talent, which was really important to actually hit multiple targets with Maledict.
But I think that's been the biggest issue. And maybe more so, a lot of those stun killers were from the mid lane, if anything, during TI.
Notice he's going to level up Timber Chain, gets out of the blast, still dies though. First blood goes to Whitemon. In fact, second blood is also maybe going to go to Whitemon. No, that one's picked up by Pure, but a double in the top lane for TUNDRA.
Such a strong lane in the game, even if the lane is a little rough. In this case, you win the lane with that pick. You're mega happy.
It's a good thing that Yandex's safe lane strikes back.
Just owning and taking games over.
Yeah, he's done really well.
So this team's kind of a hybrid. Like, they can play fast through their off lane. They're a little slow on the safe lane. And then you're up against TUNDRA, who are just the efficiency gods. So you kind of have to pick a route and have faith it's going to win out, or you just get caught in the middle and slaughtered. Maledict probably pop 33 here. Oh, he gets pounced anyway.
Got him on the pounce, and now the Dragon Tail stun on Ahri. Read fire to run him down. Okay.
Physical AoE spell right there. And nice rotation from the DK. They pick up the Pugna top. Starting to come alive here.
Because part of this matchup, right, Saksa versus his old team, he's obviously going to be a very intimate knowledge about what TUNDRA want to do. Avalanche stun. Chira Jr. going to be tossed back underneath the tower here. Chira Jr. makes a run for it. Can 33 hit him with the gush. Then he tossed back. Meanwhile, Pure going for the dive here. Almost dives to Notice.
Oh, he's dead?
He skills him with the chakra. Meanwhile, Chira Jr., they get the toss. 33 plops down on top of the Dragonite to get that kill. So Pure trading his life for the kill on Saksa, probably not worth it. Meanwhile,
get some extra tower damage here. I mean, Pugna will take this tower guaranteed no matter what eventually.
There it is. Don't you miss that? Tiny tossing towers for crazy amounts of damage.
I really missed crash landing. Such a balanced facet on a balanced hero.
Yeah, very good. Very good facet. I can't believe it's still around. 80 of the heroes needed their facets removed. Toss up in the air. There goes Saksa. Another invasion by TUNDRA.
They are just not leaving this area.
They are not. And now Pure's aggression can kind of couple with everybody else's.
Keeping the catapult alive via the healing ward, not vacating the area means they're going to get this top tier 1 for free. And Yandex left wondering what is going on right here.
I cannot believe he stuck around to get Dragon Tailed. Whitemon really went for the suck there. But damage has already been done, I think, economically speaking. I feel like they had a lot of their hard camp taken away. Cure Jr., yeah, I thought maybe he could catch up there. Dragon Tail onto Ahri, who terrorizes out. Avalanche toss up in the air. The Witch Doctor will fall. Support for support. Chira Jr., though, he's going to chase after BZM, and he's got some serious backup. Notice wanted to keep going. The rest of the team, not so much.
Can't get the stuns in range. No point chasing. Every 4 seconds, I'm taking 3 move speed. Like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like 4-man smoke. They're going to be walking into a Tidehunter here. Now, 33 is going to lay the trap here. They're going to try and combo the Slurk, and there he goes.
See ya.
What a setup from TUNDRA. And now, with the Slurk dead, a lot of the threat is gone, and they're just going to try and run down extra heroes where they can. Malady, he'll die eventually here, but it's going to take a little while. In fact, he does get the kill on Ahri.
Witch Doctor fans delighted with that kill. But that was not the fight Yandex were looking for. And I think it's a fight that could have gone their way. Little execution. Maybe you're just supposed to early pop ult there as Watson and not get too greedy. Do have Blink available on the Dragonite. It does hit nighttime, so this is where the Spark value will pay off. Instantly gets the D-Ward.
A lot of magic damage. Notice, can he survive through all this? Ooh, that was close. Cuts down Ahri. Maybe he stomps some of that magic damage. Can stay alive.
Nice little kill squad for TUNDRA, but they will lose Whitemon again.
Hard game for Whitemon, I believe.
He's been picked off a couple times. Deep vision. placed here from Yandex. They can go back to maybe find the jug later or something.
I also think the Puerta is just going to be always a problem for that hero, right? Pretty long-range disables.
Very good matchup. He also just hit through Decrep.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
That was very aggressive. Great Maledict. He's dead.
100%. Oh wait, maybe not 100%. Can he out-heal him? I think he's out-healing it. Yeah, that Maledict is not going to do enough damage here. Junior will die to the Omni Slash. Whitemon, right place, right time. Keeps BZM alive.
That's going to be a problem.
As long as you don't overextend and die, you can hold on to those stacks for a little bit. Smoke 33 up. A little awkward because he's got no mana. Now, a Soul Ring and 4 Magic Wand charges might give him a Ravage, but that's kind of it. Cass goes down, follows him. Dragon Tail stun out on BZM. They're going to try and blow him up here, but they lose the Witch Doctor and they terrorize and throwing everybody disarray. The entire team fight for Yandex is just gone because of Ahri. Ahri will die for it, though. Notice he's back for his revenge here. Whitemon, he's pulled BZM back up to full HP, but at the cost of his own life. Chira Jr., there goes that Avalanche. Trying to slow him down with the Chakrams here, but he managed to get the blink away. Chakram a little bit off the mark. They still have some idea of where he's at, though. Spots him. Oh, Yules dodges the Dragon Tail, but he's kind of stuck underneath his Chakram. It's going to be hard for him to get away, or maybe not. Toss out.
The Shivas.
Here comes 33 back into play here. Omni Slash sticks on to Chira Jr. Notice, still has a chance to get something out of this situation. He's going to try and juke around. He missed the Avalanche. He tries to burst down Pure. Couldn't quite get him. Goes to the healing ward. Timber Chain away. Gets some distance, but now he's so low. Should die to just any hit. That'll be BZM to collect.
Beautiful play from BZM. Saves that Yules for the one stun they have to try and lock him down and forces the overextension. He's going to do Roche. All right. You have the healing ward, so it's free unless Yandex want to just eat their Dragon Knight in there with his blink, but he doesn't have BKB finished. He's 50 gold short on Chira Jr.
At the same time, there's no Ravage. Like, surely you know about it. Like, you can't just let him have it. Malady gets caught on the ward there. Nice use of the shard, though. Dodged a bit of damage, and will get off at least a cask.
Got to build some stacks.
Clark jumps in, starts building up those stacks. Couple of hits on BZM. Dark Willow chases. Watson may have to blow his ultimate early here. Yeah, he does. And 33 is going to try and block the pounce. He's trying to get over the side, trying to get over the cliff. There's too many blocks, and he can't get the pounce away. A little bit of heal, but now he's stuck. The Omni Splash. It'll finish him off. Watson gets tipped by Pure as Pure kills him. And the other two, Saksa, notice the offlane duo couldn't really get much done here. Looks like they came in through the side, didn't get anybody low enough, and now Notice is in some trouble. Timber Chain away from that damage from the Dark Willow. The final hit with the Avalanche. Combined the magic damage, even blood grenades, not quite enough. The heals are coming in from Malady. Now the dead shot goes through and finishes off one support. The other's quite low. Saksa, he'll die to the crash landing there as Malady comes back into play, turns into that Nether Ward once again. Malady keeping his distance from 33. Chira Jr. needs some help, though. Blink Dagger up. 3, 2, 1. Not enough. A tag from Ahri into the Avalanche from BZM, and that, I mean, felt like a team wipe.
It was basically a team wipe. All started with that Slark going down early. Just can't escape from the control that Tundra have. This Jug is just running people down this tiny. Very good innate against Slark, by the way.
Good lord, the pings. Tundra just can't stop pinging. They want something out of this 5-man smoke. Currently Yandex is set up on their high ground. BZM, he's going to jump in, toss back the Timbersaw. Now, the Timbersaw, not the easiest target to go for. Pure, meanwhile, got a lot of damage on both Watson and Saksa. But Saksa, neither one is dead quite yet, and they get up to the high ground. Good use of the Tumbler toy. Notice also gets up there with the cast bouncing around. That cast is going to do a lot, and the Ravage, not so much. It only hits Malady, who doesn't even die yet. He even gets off his shard. Look at all these low-health heroes. Now, they're still fighting into the Aegis, so they can't quite commit onto Pure. Terrorize on Watson, and there's that play. Once you have the Dark Pact, there goes the Terrorize. Did manage to jump back into the base, though, this time around. BZM, he charges forward. Chira Jr. getting low. Pure chasing after him with his Manta and his Aegis, feeling confident he will bring down the Dragon Knight yet again. How has Yandex gotten all these heroes low and Tundra the one's full HP?
Oh boy, he dies in a second Shadow Dance. Tundra just running them down with the gush spam, the heals, keeping this tide alive. That tide went to no HP, he ends the fight full. To me, that's been the story of this game. You needed to convert on these kills, and you just can't. Too much healing, too much sustain in the lineup. This Slark couldn't do anything in the fight, man. He just spent all the fights running away instead of hitting heroes and building stacks because there's nothing to back him up. That was the biggest issue for Yandex in this game. That's why I felt they needed more time. Like, this game had to be slowed down. This Tide had way too good of a start against a Slark.
That's true.
In case some like
For sure.
crazy hard counter comes out mid. Although I think the same heroes that will beat Tiny will beat Omni.
I said just the Viper counter, right? It was Viper or Huskar, and Jenkins made a great point about the Doom kind of preventing it.
Not the one where you had the shard that amped up your hammer and all that jazz. No. They changed that to Purification Shard, and this is when we're going to see carry Omni Knight. Well, we're going to start off things with Yandex perhaps getting first blood. As Pure is still taking some damage from the Battle Hunger. The Repel is only going to do so much here. They do manage to get the first blood before the Shadow Shaman dies. Now Jiro Jr. is going to join in, and they go after Ari. Got him cornered in the side of the map. A second kill for Yandex. First blood plus a bounty rune deny now. As Malady, I believe his life is also forfeit. As this first blood, second blood, third blood, fourth blood clash comes to a close, 2-2.
Shaman's kind of going ham up here.
Radiant's
Yeah, he is.
courier has been killed.
Strong ass lane. You're gonna dive him into the tower. Good luck.
Already rotated back though, Ari.
You're gonna
Damage, notice his way. Pure, if he can stick on top, remember, he's got that innate. So he is ramping up the damage, doing more and more as he stays next to the axe, and will finally burst him down with the Purification.
Too beefy with Raindrop Wand, Fairy Fire, and he's thinking about Boots of Travel first, so
Here comes the Dark Willow to the top lane. 7-minute Wisdom Shrine. Both sides are going to be invading here. Let's see who can hold on to theirs. Who's going to die trying to save their own Wisdom Shrine. 33 gets a little bit too close. He gets caught there. On the other side, Notice is battling it out, also with 3 heroes, but this time around, it's the Viper who's joining him here. So Viper might be able to get some kills off of this one, even as they fail to be able to get the Wisdom Shrine. Oh, maybe it's going to be Chiro Jr. who dies instead. A 3-man turnaround. Soxa tries to hold back Pure, but the Repel is too powerful, and now the Omni Knight is cooking. They take all of them out. They can't handle him.
The Hellbears have been slain. No.
Hey, you gotta watch out. This Shen's hitting hard with the Hellbears dying. Notice is on his way. He is cruising. Boots of Travel plus the drums being dropped. They're moving fast, but they're moving right into a brick wall, or a stone wall perhaps, as the Tiny takes down the Viper and Soxa. He'll fall to Ari. Oh, nice toss forward too. 33. He's not sure if he wants to drop the Doom or not.
Dire's courier. Radiant are scanning.
And hopefully we'll see you there.
See ya. That is a massive find on the Ursa. Just gets avalanched into Ice Path, dead. Right as that Battle Fury was starting to go to work in the jungle. 16 minutes here. What in God's name?
Mass rotations onto him. Can he get away from this axe?
He's taking no damage.
He is taking very little. They're going to jump on the Terrorize on 2, toss together as well. Dark Willow doesn't get too much Bedlam damage out of this whole situation, though. Ari's going to charge forward and die, and Soxa cuts off Whitemon, who was trying to help him out from the side, gets him inside the Serpent Trap, but does not kill the Omni Knight as he hits 10,000 net worth.
Oh, Pure getting flanked here, but do they want to go on him? He has Aegis.
Aegis for 4 minutes.
Somebody's about to find somebody.
This is not... What? Yandex, I don't think this is a fight you want to be a part of, but maybe if they could... Oh, okay, no, that Viper's just dead already. Gonna doom him just in case.
He's tough to bring down, but they just did not want to take that fight. don't have an item on this Axe yet. He went the Dom, but he's trying to get to the pipe. But until then, you're just phase boots Axe running around.
The Viper just doesn't have that much HP, but he's supposed to have so much magic resistance. The problem is he loses like half his HP to the pure damage that's coming out from pure. A call, that'll take him down. And maybe Notice can get out of here. Big heal from Malady. That'll help him out. And now the Ursa's joining in, going after Pure. Pure pops a repel, though, and turns back into the rest of the team. He's getting blocked out by creeps a little bit. Now he's stunned up, shackled. Call goes out on the side here. Well, what are we focusing here? Are we going 33? Well, got the Culling Blade chop onto him, so I guess so.
Ooh,
Pure goes back in big time, though. Ursa gone, and he doesn't stick around to go for more. There are too many of Yandex heroes here with the buyback from Sox that he teleports after brutally murdering Watson.
That burst damage coming out, man. Got hit by the combo, hit by the hammer. Sent straight. Quick little smoke, amp damage on the Tiny. Finished up that Harpoon. You have all of your ults available. A good time for Tundra to strike. See if Yandex can dodge this one out. But it looks unlikely as the Vipers get flanked here. Smoke will land.
Toss back the Viper. Another situation where the Viper gets off the nosedive and Viper strikes, so maybe he can get one kill out of this. Ticking. No, Nightmon doesn't die.
The slowest hammer of all time, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, that's the funny part, is that like the attack speed slow is such a big part of this Viper build, but Omni Knight only needs one hit.
He doesn't care about the attack speed slow.
One hit, he'll get a second hit thanks to his Echo Saber Harpoon.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's all he needs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Early gem pickup. Whitemon feeling like if they're going to run the map, they want to make sure that they are doing it while Yandex is blind. BKB for the Ursa, though. The timing for contesting this Roshan. Second Rosh of the game with a fresh BKB. This is Yandex's move. Jumps right into the Tiny. Overlapping the disables a bit. Not great. BCM hasn't died yet. Now they're going after the Doom. These heroes are so hard to kill. And now the Omni Knight is protecting them. 33, he's still alive. Another great call, but the Terrorize counters some of it. The Doom goes out anyway. So 33, he finally falls, but he spitefully gets the Doom out. Onto Watson, who can't keep pressing forward. So that means the Omni Knight will survive yet again.
So what? He's thinking Butterfly.
Yeah, break apart the Radiance.
I don't know about that, though. Like, what does Butterfly do on this hero?
I mean, surely it's Nullifier, then Butterfly, right? He breaks apart the Radiance for it. Yandex smoke pops, and the call finds Whitemon. BCM tries to punish, immediately going to be hexed up by Soxa. Soxa jump by Pure, and Soxa is the one to die. Chira Jr. nosedives into the Macropire here, feeling like they can still fight this. And they would kind of be right. Tundra have kited them out a bit. They've used up their Guardian Angel, though, so it's dangerous to keep chasing. Terrorize? No, the call! It catches before the Terrorize can go out. Once again, Notice quick with it, but a toss back, and the Terrorize still goes through, hitting two. And the Ursa hasn't finished up Ari just yet. He's made his big jump, and now he's being kited around. The Viper's trying to help him out. Pure almost dies, gets the call, the Calling Blade! Wait, how is he still alive? He finally falls. Notice is going to look for another. They'll run down BCM as well. Pure's godlike streak. 1,700 gold to Yandex.
Sick jumps from Noticed. Salvaging these team fights. Watch it go bottom here. You can still just man up for it. Oh, they're going to take the route where they fight first. Hard to go blind.
Breaks on the low ground. Forced staff him forward. Got hit by the Avalanche. Soxa follows it up instead. Catches Whitemon, and Whitemon almost bursted a Yule save. Notice gets 33, though. Man, Notice is so good at catching all these heroes. BKB committed. They want to blow up 33, not let him get off the Doom, and they do have him. Attempted toss away from BCM, but he throws a corpse.
Just make this game ultra chaotic.
Ari keeping tabs on Yandex. They follow him through the gate. It's a fight for Tormentor.
Get scanned.
BCM got the toss back onto the Viper. They try. Notice he gets the call in return. So they may have gotten off the Doom, but an interception, it lets the Viper live a little bit longer. Still trying to track him down, though, while Watson has free reign to go whoever he wants to. He's going after BZM right now. Sock's a really good catch. He locked the Omni Knight inside of the wards. Pierce doing nothing during his BKB, but Ursa's still going to die with that Aegis. Here comes Shiro Jr., and the Omni Knight has been kited to entirety. He gets to play none of this team fight.
Beautiful stuff from the Yandex supports. They salvage that fight. A Viper buyback secures it. And this game is starting to look very difficult for Tundra. There's too much kiting in this lineup, too much sustain, and you don't have enough damage sources. Because that Aegis is the only way you're really going high ground in this game. Unless you just team wipe Yandex.
Yandex
Radiant has fallen.
smoke through the gate, and they'll catch Whitemon. See how good they feel about using a smoke for a kill on Whitemon.
I just
As you said, when Roshan isn't up yet, so it's not
disagree.
like they're gonna take an objective.
Disagree with the timing on that play.
The Viper got the BKB off and will be okay here. That's why he's been playing the mid lane. Watson and Notice got here pretty quickly. They'll catch Ari up. No, BCM, nice toss back. Level 20, no toss direction, but it's not enough to save Ari. Yule Scepter goes off, stalling up the Ursa, but now the nose-diving Viper catches up, and Notice is there as BCM blinks forward. Notice is on the other side. He gets the call for another kill. Yandex, they are bleeding out Tundra now.
Trying to get everybody out of there, but you cannot kite this lineup.
Scanning.
And Pierre's showing, so the Yandex, they don't have any fear that Roche is being taken right now.
Swift blink for him. This Omni Knight did get to a lot more attack speed here in the last 5 or so minutes. With
He
Butterfly plus the Swift blink. Almost level 25 as well. He 16 XP off from that Wisdom Shrine. He'll get it here. It's a big talent for him. Assuming he takes the hammer here.
Yeah, there it goes.
So huge damage upgrade, huge attack speed upgrade. Maybe this Omni Knight can carry this game. Am I crazy?
Noticed, he gets jumped first.
Look at him go.
And
Wait, he's just casually sitting there.
yeah, what's happening? Yandex are just kind of getting picked apart while it's Roshan time, guys.
I don't really understand that sequence. I think you're doing one of two things in this period as Yandex. You were either buying Chen and going to the pit, or if you're not buying Chen to contest, you're nowhere near that pit. Instead, they did neither. Lose an axe. Now the Chen's back. Now they want to contest.
This is going to be scary, man. Trying to fight without Notice. Notice has been crucial to help Watson get kills. Aurora goes off late to Roshan spawn. This is really awkward. The ward goes in, and they're right inside the pit. Roshan's about to die, and Watson takes it away. Tundra. They thought they had it, but at the last second, Roshan roars, and they can't kill Roshan fast enough as a result, and Yandex get right in there. Blow up all these heroes. They had the damage amp on them. I mean, Pure just died in an instant.
He got disarmed into the Hex Bash from Ursa, dead in 3 seconds flat. He was already a little low off. To somehow bring this Ursa down twice. Limited buybacks available as well. If you're Tundra, you only have the Doom and Tiny.
Yeah, what's the play here for Tundra? How do they
Toss
bait
back.
this out?
Tossbacks.
Oh, wait, but if
No
BCM
chance.
gets jumped first, it's going to be really bad. They couldn't get the
that
call
Ice
though
Path.
because the Ice Path and a beautiful Macro Pyre on top of that. Force Staff gets noticed the other side. Pure, not sure who's he chasing. Battle Hunger slows him down. He goes back to Watson here. Watson building up the damage. For now, the Guardian Angel protects him, but the Omni Knight has to be careful. A couple of swipes from that bear with all those the Fury Swipes built up on him.
Great
Jr.
toss
gets
back.
tossed back even further. The Nosedive trying to get away. They have the Doom out onto the Viper, while Watson is low enough that he should just die to AoE damage, and he does indeed fall.
Can refresh
First life
Doom the
gone,
bear.
second life coming up.
Opts not to here.
Dire's structure
And the damage insignificant to the Viper.
Dire's bottom barracks are
And Doom
don't
wears
care.
off with really nothing done to him. Another toss back on him. Nullifier placed out. And a second Doom goes out. Now trying to commit. Now trying to blow up the Viper while still keeping their distance away from this Ursa, who's rooted up right now. Runs into another Brambles. Now he's going to put into Yules. Follow up, no ice path or anything, so Watson will be able to hop on out of there. A second lane, but simultaneously a dieback on the Viper.
Doomed him.
Are you willing to go after the axe? 33, they're searching for something else. Shivas goes down, trying to clear out some of these heroes. They toss into the creep wave, and Notice gets a call onto 33. Not really what they're looking for. Oh, Watson, Soxen jumped the back line. They killed Pure.
Does have buy.
Terrorize? No, not gonna go out, not yet. Waiting for Pure to make his entrance. The Terrorize now goes out and only really hit Notice there. Going after the Ursa Bear. Pure with his Guardian Angel. He's got this limited window. Can they bring down Watson fast enough before the Guardian Angel expires? They do. There goes the Ursa, and there goes most of the threat. Pure is now going to start marching down some heroes. They're kiting away the Viper as much as they can. Wanted to kill Notice with the Doom, and Pure, he'll be able to finish him off. Meanwhile, Whitemon, he's going to die to Chira Jr. Can they deal with the Viper? Buybacks going out. 2 buybacks, 3 buybacks. This is Yandex looking to end the game here and now. They're going to help Chira Jr. He will not be left alone.
5,000 HP on that Viper when he gets buffed up. Not something you want to mess with here with the Granite Golem behind him.
And all of a sudden, the game is in a way dead even. Buybacks used by almost every single hero. We're left in one final 5 versus 5.
If Yandex get wiped here, they are going to very much question the
Got the
decisions
call
they
into the
made.
Dark Willow, trying to ensure that Ahri, the one hero who does have buyback, he's going to fall here. Pure jumping in. Bit of damage on Chira Jr. Gets about a quarter of his health through his combo. But he needs to play, reset, slow it down. Make sure that Chira Jr. can't get away. Gets the call onto 33. Follow up there with the shackles. And he jump in. Chira Jr. goes for the nosedive, hitting a bunch of the backline heroes, while Watson finally commits to go after 33. And underneath the macro pyre, might just be able to get him terrorized. Galling Blade brings him down, but it's 1 for 1. 4 versus 4 now, as the Viper and Doom have fallen on either side. Soxa goes for it, Yule Scepter, and remove the shackles, but the damage is done. Watson takes out another. That's going to be only 3 left on the Tundra side versus the 4 of Yandex. Now a pull back in. Pure going for the kill on Soxa, but Soxa has a full-out BKB, turns around shackles, but the BKB of Pure keeps him at some distance. Notice, he'll fall up that shackle with the 2-man call, and Watson held back for now, but he's coming. He's coming for Pure. He's coming for that triple kill, and he's coming for the Ultra to close out game 2.
What a final fight to this game. Yandex, they hold on. They weather the early game storm, push into the mid games, make some sick plays on those Roshans. And ultimately, that is what closes this one out. Too many lives for Tundra to get through. Too much HP in this Chen lineup. Too many Aegises, too many buybacks.
I do think Bristle got buffed in the patch, and I think Bristle was probably good on the previous one, but I don't see it as a big answer to the Tinker in any way. It's just a normal pick for Notice.
Bit of off-meta pick. The Tinker.
The Tinker makes an appearance. The Skirmishing returns.
Notice going to be the one focused down, and that will be 33 walking away with first blood. And it doesn't feel like Yandex have done enough damage anywhere. Okay, maybe BZM. They're going to try and chase down BZM with the poison ramping up. Does he take out? Not quite. Meanwhile, Soxen's going to die as well. Sure, they run down Whitemon, but this is a 2 for 1. They failed to get their mark, which was kill me. I don't want to live. He does want to live. He pops his stick. He wants to stay alive.
Somebody's going to die here. I don't know who, but
Radiant structures
I bet nobody
are
dies.
fortified.
you would bet that just to spite me. But you're going to be wrong, Austin.
Oh, he doesn't have Shadow Realm. He has a Fairy Fire. Shadow Realm up in a second here. He gets out, translocate, gets the Tinker some distance, but he doesn't have a TP away, and Chira Jr. should be able to run him down. The slows adding up, the blood grenade. Okay, it doesn't reach, but they still get the final hit from Chira Jr.
I told you someone's going to die.
Notice, does he? Oh! 10 HP.
Dire's bottom tower
Pure
is under
almost
attack.
got bursted again by the Quills. This matchup is so funny. It's going back and forth. Ahri still going to die to Malady, perhaps, or the poison. Either way, Chira Jr.'s walking away pretty happy. A killing spree for him. They shut down the Tinker in the early game.
Too many heroes that need help in this lane stage for Tundra supports. They're just all over the place, and one of them's a Warlock, which is just terrible at bailing out some of these dives. Just wants to...
Rainbow teepees behind Watson. going for 33 with the break on him. See if he wants to Ravage. Yeah, he doesn't even get a chance to.
Actually, I can kind of see it. There are definitely some roles where they're all pretty useless for him. The thing is, this item only gives you about 100 GPM for each phase. Or like 100 gold total for each phase.
33, they got baited. They went for him with the break, but immediately he got off the Ravage into the Golem. And despite the net worth advantage, despite the Aegis advantage, Yandex are going to lose at least the first part of this fight. Now, on the second line, Watson's still going to be able to come in with his Aghanim Scepter, so it's not going to be easy. They need a good terrorize to push away some of these heroes, though Watson keeps on trucking. He lays down Ari. Next up is going to be 33. Chira Jr. nosedives on top of him. He spots BZM, though. He wants BZM, and he got him on the ice path as well. Slows him down just that little extra bit. They chased after. Wait a minute, they saw the Ursa now. The Ursa gets ensnared. Couldn't get the TP away, so they traded out. They said, you know what? Screw the Tinker. This Ursa is a better target.
Dude, he could hit him melee from the high ground. That was kind of cheeky. Gets the ensnare. No TP out for that Ursa. 33. Not happy with that fight, even though it went pretty well for him.
Oh, yeah. He mind blasted them, and they forgot about him entirely. He walked away from the fight.
He did just walk away. Nope on the supports for Yandex. And Soxa makes the call through the gate to bait the Viper top. This could work.
God, this is going to be dirty
if it lands.
I mean, Tundra in this area, like they want to do something, or maybe not. Maybe they're just safeguarding against smoke plays. That's what Ari ends up doing successfully here. Shadow Realm, he'll die for it, but at least none of his cores die for it.
It's like the anti-OG game. Stack together, farm together, stick together. Do nothing together.
BZM, they got him. Oh my God, the translocator put him in the trees. They lost sight of him for a second. He's gonna get the blink away. Oh, God, it's so annoying. And now the Ursa's gonna jump in because, as you said, if it's served up on a platter, they'll take it. They've got the BKB after all. Pure, he's killed one, but he doesn't really have enough in the tank to go after Chira Jr. He's got to get away from this troll who got on top of the Tinker. And this Tinker will not be able to translocate out of all of this. A laser trying to stall up Watson. The Ravage goes off and he TP'd away, man! This Tinker is so annoying. 33 is still going to die, and Notice is running down the back line. BZM comes back in. See if he can kill something here. Pure, he jumps in after the Bristleback. Bristleback turns his back, though. Pure, he can't come in for that kill. And between these three cores, they can't kite them all, right? E-Blade goes off. Tinker, laser, trying to stay up, trying to get a teleport away. Where's the lockdown? They don't have any. No stuns. The ice path comes too late. BZM out a second time.
What did you take?
Yeah, would you take the int?
I think you're supposed to take the int. I don't think the 200 AoE laser comes into play that much. Does he have like RP or something?
Quick little pick off on Malady. A hit and run.
Oh. That's more experience for the Tinker, baby. Farm it up. Level 24. Your doom is coming.
The excitement with which you cast Tinker games disgusting.
I live for them. I'm a big Tinker fan. Oh, you're dead. Goodbye.
You weren't really using Ravage on anything else, so the moment you run into a hero like Viper alongside your Ursa, drop it.
That was the one acceptable death, because as Yandex, you played this entire game with Tundra never making a single move. So your brain just goes, no, I'm just gonna run around and farm any camp I want because they're AFK. And then they actually made a move and you got caught. So now you have to readjust the mindset. Okay, now they're playing Dota. Sorry guys, I didn't think they were playing Dota.
Well, it might be too late for that. Now you're only 7k up, though the Ursa went for the Shrine. We've seen this one before. Last time it was Tundra playing defense, and it worked out pretty well for them. Here, they did not have the way to be able to kill the Ursa. The barrier is a problem.
Warp flare, laser.
And now, you're going to get kited by gushes and lasers and warp flares.
That's an Ags laser. This Tinker's online. He's scary.
And Pure found a beautiful opening. The supports holding hands as they walk blind up the high ground. Warp flare to knock down Notice, so he has a Lotus. Gets rid of that.
Oh.
Pushes back the Troll, though. Another warp flare. BZM trying to make a run for it with a buyback from the Jakiro. He gets out of there.
Hit level 25, took the int.
Radiant's middle tower
He's
is
fully
under
online.
And Pure, highest hero damage in the game. Just to find another opening. He got a sick one last time around this area.
High ground ward for Yandex. Very good for the Shaman.
Everybody gets a barrier for this fight. And he goes into the Troll. Now that Troll
that's
has
Bramble.
HP already, a decent amount of damage. Meanwhile, trying to get the grab on BZM. BZM keeping his distance, got shackled up. Terrorized, could have stomped that shackles, but the damage dealers are not touching BZM whatsoever. BZM's having a free fight, killing supports. Now the Ravage goes off, but at the same time as the Warp Flare, the Troll's locked down. Pure tries to go for the kill, but now Watson turns around with his ultimate. He starts laying into the Ursa. He goes after Chiro Jr. instead, but Chiro Jr. survived on one more hit. There goes that Aegis. BZM, meanwhile, he took apart the Bristleback, and now that Watson no longer has his BKB, he wants to get him as well. Ursa jumped in on his second life, though. He got shackled up inside the tier 3. Watson trying to finish him off here, but he got to turn a little bit, and now he's being kited around. Snakes go out, trying to get any heroes. The Tidehunter's gonna fall. Chiro Jr. with Sox's buyback. They feel like they can get this. They feel like Watson can do enough, but Watson gets bursted down with no ult.
Tinker Dota. Ladies and gentlemen, it's here, and it is disgusting. As BZM survives the entire fight, he has so much mana to work with, and he is dealing some damage right there, side and side with Pure. Both of them dealing over 10k. What is that, dude?
We need to tone
is
down
that?
the magic resistance on intelligence formula. Just a little bit. Got the opening on the Tidehunter here. He's going to be broken. Can they kill him and stop the Ravage? The Ravage still goes off, but the BKBs have been committed. They got the kills. They spotted BZM. Pushed away. He blinked out. Where did he go? Where did he go? Soxa caught him.
A hero.
A knight in shining armor. No, the Terrorized. Maybe it's Ari's the one who's saving everything. They managed to get the shackle on him, though. Soxa from all the way across the screen has got a little bit more lockdown on BZM. They've got him, but they're nullifier. They're hitting him, and he is dead. Damn the beast. He's gone.
Soxa God. 0-9, but he's making the sacrificial jump to play.
middle barracks.
Split second find there with the Hex. Gets him with the shackle. Tinker out of the game. 80. He's got a lot of cast range to use with it as well, but should keep in mind, this Ursa is still big and bad as well. He ate Nags, finished an Octarine. He's got Shard. This is a lot of damage coming out from the Bear, and they can easily just wipe Yandex off the face of the earth if there's a good Blink Ravage into Hex.
Tundra sitting on this high ground again, but Yandex knows. See what they learn from their mistakes. And BZM put on the front line. Really? They're going to golem drop, but it's just all in commitment with the BKBs. They baited out a Tinker. He's going to buy back for it. They better hope this second part of the fight goes well, as the Troll starts beating into the Tidehunter, who finally ravages last second, but he still gets burned out. And Pure jumps into an ice path. Now he's going to be Serpent Warded. He's getting kited. He managed to run through the Serpent Wards while Watson is going to lose his first life. Chiro Jr. trying to get BZM. BZM playing away from him. He's backing out. Pure committing to kill on Soxa. Gets that kill and makes a run for it with his BKB. 33 in the middle of them here, but doesn't have a Ravage. He isn't really much of a threat here. He's just a body to let BZM do what he can during this window. Jump to the back line. Pure, he blinks out Jakiro, but that's a lot of course he just jumped into, but he's apparently fine. Just another enrage. The cores are being kited, and Tinker is doing disgusting things in the back line.
Can they catch anybody on the way out? Yandex have bailed on this fight. Quad buyback from Tundra.
They see you later, Notice. Sorry, bud.
You are going to get warp flared into a coffin.
Mass buybacks on Tundra. Yandex can hold their heads high as they got 4 buybacks out of that.
Yes. Quad buyback. The only hero that did not go down is the Ursa. That was... tier 5 neutral item point.
Are scanning.
We do have a nullifier on the Viper. We have one on the Bristle that we saw earlier. So double nullifier.
PCM, gotta be careful here. Okay, they're gonna take out the Warlock.
He is lucky he does not get jumped there. That's just the game, potentially.
Yeah, seriously. He's so close to that Ag Synth, he wants to finish it off. But almost got caught in the process. So, Yandex can take at least this outer objective. Do they want to risk going high ground, or should they wait for Roshan, Avery?
They know there's no Warlock. You have a 5-on-4. You can drop Shaman Wards, siege it with Jakiro if you really want to play it slow. I think the high ground
Viper as well. He's got the shards, so
yeah, I think this high ground is the right call.
he just sits in his gunk. Doesn't take any real magic damage. He just has to be afraid of Pure, who doesn't get the bash.
Remember, the Ursa's the one with buyback right now. Yandex know it. They want to jump anybody else but him.
Break the Ursa.
If Soxa sees an opening for the Tinker, he will take it. He has BKB. That is a guaranteed 5.7 second shackle.
Got the jump.
That is
but
not
the
who you
Ursa
want.
instantly stops him. And Watson was unable to follow through. Soxa.
Oh, this does not look good.
He tried to get in there, but now they're being kited back to the fountain. Potentially Zari with a Terrorize stalls it up. Now the Ravage. Watson still going to work, though, with the Battle Trance. And the Battle Fury hits will finish off Ari. All the way into the fountain he
That's
goes.
not where you want to be,
Watson
son.
No, he doesn't want to be here at all. He's going to be trapped inside of there. The heroes? Oh, okay. Jakiro TP's out successfully. That was a lane of barracks. And again, it's a situation where Tundra, can you take advantage of the fact that the troll is dead for 85 seconds? Looks to find that Tinker. A lane ward dropped.
It's a good ward.
Tinker heads south. He goes to deal with the bottom lane. Pure in a weird position here. They hit the Warlock in the back lines. That'll open up Soxa for better shackles, but the golem got dropped and stopped the first round of shackles. Still spotting BZM, but the BKB is only going to last so long. Soxa, he's trying to get out with the Tumbler's Toy, but he's not going to make it. Run down by Pure once again. BKB goes off from Notice, and he'll retreat back to the high ground. Tundra, they had the buyback where Yandex does not, and the chase ensues. Notice, who no longer has his BKB, is get pursued by both the Ursa and this Tinker. Locked down a little bit, but the Lotus Storm help protects it. Instead, it's Tira Jr. who's going to get caught up in it, thrust back into the arms of the Bear.
So hard to get on top of these cores on the backline. There's golems, there's brambles, there's a Ravage, there's random gushes. Soxa's trying his best, but when the Bear can just focus fire your Shaman and that feels like the team fight's done, you need others. Well, that is an Aegis Bear. Spoil is going Tundra's way. They're going to Hex the Bristle top. Look for some damage on him. I don't know if he can walk this off or not.
Pushed around.
Yeah, he's dead. Does have buyback available.
He shoved him into a locker, man. And in goes Pure.
It's got an Arcane Rune running right now, by the way. Pretty disgusting with all these jumps. Refresher Shard went to the Tide, so double Ravage is also available for Tundra to try and close this one out. That's huge. All their buybacks are available except for the Warlock.
Bristleback bought out a Wind Waker and still has buyback.
Yeah, he's fat. He's fat. But you're losing your base right now.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
You will have to jump something here to defend your base. And it will not be the Tinker. You're going to have to pick your poison on some other target.
Watson the first to tier 5.
Digin, not bad.
Digin Desolator. Plus an extra 40 Agi. So he hurts.
Ah, yes, the classic 32-second cooldown Book of the Dead for the Tinker.
That's disgusting.
With the Boundless cast range. Very balanced in all things.
Meteor gets dropped on the Viper. There goes the Ravage. The chain stun to finish off Chira Jr. While the backline got jumped by Pure. Sox is dead as well.
The damage is insane.
Seemingly, YANDEX have no way to defend anymore. They no longer have Saksa. There's still an Aegis on Pure. An Aghanim Scepter picked up for the Warlock. And they're still missing some of their tier 5s. A Fallen Sky onto the Troll, half HP. They got a Wind Waker though. That'll help bail him out. Gets off the BKB and the ultimate. And he rips through the Ursa the one time. Can he get him the second time? Going after BZM. BZM kiting him around with the E-Blade. He's okay. Now hitting Pure. Pure looking at damage from the Troll. But as soon as the Rage goes off, there goes much of the damage. And Watson's gonna get lasered. And Watson's not gonna be able to do a damn thing against the Ursa who's hopping his way out. BZM's kiting him around. Pushes the Troll back. Watson doing what he can, but he just gets ravaged, he gets kited, he gets pushed around. It's non-stop bullying everywhere you look. It's Tundra heroes pushing YANDEX back, keeping them from doing what they want to do, and he TP'd right in front of them. He had no mana left, and now he's gonna come back a full kit, ready to go. And what does Watson have? Watson doesn't have a BKB. He doesn't have a refresher. He doesn't have an ultimate to work with. And Tundra have everything. Saksa up in 5 seconds, but it feels just a little too late. The damage has been done. The net worth, 30,000 net worth lead for Tundra off of this one. They're gonna pull up the Ursa. They'll get the buyback into him. What about BZM? BKB'd, teleporting. Nothing to stop a BKB teleport.
No Abyssal, no BKB piercing stun in this lineup. Continues to toy with them.
Got him on the ice path.
I mean, in theory, if YANDEX can
20
somehow
seconds
win
until
this
this next
fight.
BKB. This BZM's just playing on the front lines like he's a god, and maybe he is.
Can they find an opening?
Kicking him all the way back to the fountain. The Bristleback, half his HP, gone in an instant there as the combo from BZM hits, and they keep on landing these ice paths. But Watson, he just can't really jump and commit. And if he doesn't go soon, tier 4s almost out. A refresher for 33 is on its way. That might surprise YANDEX in their entirety as they are trying to hold on to just the fountain here. 33 hits the back line a little bit. Notice they managed to get the Hex onto Pure. Pure needs some help. Force staff, and he's away. They go after Whitemon instead, and Whitemon gets casually 3-shot this.
He's on the Tinker Shackle.
Managed to get the Shackle onto BZM. BZM, the Shackle lasts just long enough. They get him. He falls. A buyback to be used. Now it's Pure and 33, both getting low, and the one dies. 33, he falls, half HP for the Troll. No way out. It's the Tinker, man. It's the Tinker. He's the carry. They got him in the shackles. Can they lock him down long enough? They don't have the Troll, but goddamn, they do have the Viper. They will hold on just a little longer.
No freaking way do they hold that.
Are they going to be able to run it down and end the game? They've only have 2 heroes left.
What just happened?
It's the Dark Willow and the Tidehunter. I mean, those melee creeps are going to die to a gush.
The catapult.
But the catapult is the one thing that can save YANDEX here.
It's so low though, 150 HP. It got distracted by couriers. It doesn't know where to go.
Backdoor protection is going to go down here. And they plan out the banner. They get inside the base. The double Serpent Wards is going to be dropped. They're just trying to stall for now. But it's 30 long seconds until Pure is back up. And the damage is raining in. Look at the Stygian Desolator on Maladish. Malady is pushing the tier 4. So is Chira Jr. They're doing so much damage. And Tundra seemingly can't seem to stop them. They now
need more time.
Terrorize goes out with the double golems. It's all up to Chira Jr. He's going to push for the throne here. He breaks the Tidehunter, keeps him at a distance. A Sight Device trying to stall out this damage where they can. The Macro Empire on the Tidehunter, burning him out, but it's all about the throne. The Ravage goes down, a full commitment, and Chira Jr. gets it. It's YANDEX to take game 3.
No way. How do they win that game? I don't even understand what happened in the last fight. This Troll with Stygian just melted everybody. Killed like 3 heroes in a second and a half. Hex, you got chicken fingered. You got shackled. Saksa, he did you dirty, 33. He knew you inside and out. He knew what you were going to do this game. He writes you like a book. Nobody kills this Shadow Shaman 16 times. Let that be a lesson. 0-15.
15 and 20. Saksa.
That is a
that might
perfect
be an
Shaman
MVP
game.
performance.
Perfect Shaman performance. That is exactly the stat line you look for.